we excited, and I think everybody who's playing the game is excited, but we were not more excited than the day when the trailer dropped and showed us all the cards that you could have in, and it showed us what the two boosters. It is going to be a two booster set. A2 will be two boosters. Nate, do you have a favorite out of these two? Do you want to tell everybody what the two cards that are coming out? The feature.
Yeah, so the feature splash art Pokemon are Dialga EX and Palkia EX. I don't know where Arceus is. We'll have to maybe wait and see.
And this is Gen 4, right?
This is Gen 4. So we thought initially they'd be going Gen 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of a system. We were brainstorming over what Pokemon would be next, and we were wrong. They just jumped to Gen 4. So I think they're just releasing Pokemon based on, I don't know, popularity. Marketing, yeah. Also, it's a newer generation of players. So the Rayquazas aren't around anymore, and they're Embors, but yeah.
In all of TCG that I've been playing for the last like 10, 12 years that have been in the community, no booster has ever come down with such an awesome in-your-face name like Space Time Smackdown. It's so like refreshing to just be like, yeah, we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah.
It's Space Time Smackdown.
I like it. I do like it a lot. For those of you who don't know, Dialga EX is a metal Pokemon. It's got 2 attacks. First one costs 2 energies, does 30 damage. Not a lot, but the main reason why you'd want it is because it's the effect. Take 2 metal energies from your energy zone and attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. That is an amazing energy acceleration tool. And that's going to bring a lot of consistency to a lot of metal decks.
Yeah, metal deck, if you watch our last video, you'll know metal wasn't one of our top 5 meta picks for the decks that are out there. There weren't any good energy acceleration or big Pokemon. This is both. It's a big Pokemon. It's got the 150 HP. It's got 100 attack, which is a little underpowered, but we do have the energy acceleration. And it reminds me a little bit of Virizion X back in the day with the double energy acceleration.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can be good. I think it all depends on what you're going to be paired in and what you're powering up, because it will take a bit of time to get those 2 energies on. And then only if you turn 3, if you go in second, your turn 3, are you able to actually bring in the Pokemon that's been powered up?
Yeah, so, I'm sure there'll be newer metal Pokemon released within the set. But a common one is Melmetal. The current metal Pokemon, they've got an ability that makes them take minus 20 damage, and the attack does 120 damage. So he might be in the mix with the Dialga EX.
But he's, in our opinion, he's not the star of the show. Because the star of the show from the promo cards, Nate, who is it?
Palkia EX. I love this Pokemon. Water Pokemon, 1 energy, 30 damage.
Already broken.
People don't understand how broken that is, especially in this format. He's a basic Pokemon, which means you can Pokeball him. He is 150 HP, so he can tank a ton of damage. But just for 1 energy, 30 damage, he can stall, even if you wanted to. But here's the kicker. Misty powers this Pokemon up. This guy does 4 energies. It does 150 damage, right?
It does have the discard.
It does have the 3 discard, 3 water energies.
Misty turn 1.
This is the thing. It also does 20 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So you get a lot of value for discarding those water energies. And if you think about it, 150, kill Mewtwo, spread the damage. I see Starmie. I see this replacing Articuno in the Starmie decks. Bring out Starmie for 2 energy, do 90, kill off everyone, because that's 110 damage. That kills Gardevoir. So I really see a Palkia Starmie kind of a deck forming with this.
I wonder if maybe this was an attempt to bring Gyarados Pig back a bit, because this is definitely going to make weaker Pokemon with low HP be very vulnerable. That 30 attack is going to make it very difficult for them to set up a little.
I definitely think this is the Articuno replacement for the Starmie decks. I think it will go that way. Moving along to the non-EX Pokemon, Lucario is in the set.
Again, we had in our top 5 meta decks, we had electric, fire, water, grass, and Psychic.
Psychic, yeah.
Now we've just revealed that there's metal typing coming in with energy acceleration. But for fighting types, which are there and thereabout, they are a top tier deck, but a little rogue at times, but there are some aggressive fighting decks. What better for a fighting deck than some bonus damage? Okay. Its ability so Lucario comes in with an attack. 2 energy fighting, 40 damage. Already good. Decent, right? And you would think maybe underwhelming if you compare it with Aerodactyl and Primeape. But then it has an ability. Attacks used by your fighting Pokemon do 20 more damage to
Yeah.
your opponent's active Pokemon.
That's
You are
insane.
not powering up. Because fighting Pokemon don't need the energy acceleration, except for maybe Brock's Onyx and Golem. The rest of them are low energy cost and high damage. We've now just ramped the damage up with an ability.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
insane.
And on top of that, I know he only has 40 attack, but it's only 2 energy, and it's also it will fit right into those accelerated energy or those low cost fighting champs. Marshadow, 2 energies. Marowak, there's the Marowak non-EX version that does 1 energy. There's the Marowak EX version for 2 energies, does 80 per heads. This is a very strong addition to fighting decks, and I really like it. I really do like it.
Also consider that it's not 40 damage, it's 60.
Exactly, because he buffs himself.
Mm-hmm.
He has the kicker. It's infinitely stackable. Well, infinitely because you can have 2. But there's no limit. It's not like Superior where it says this ability can only be active at one time. You can have 2 Lucarios and you can be doing an extra 40 damage.
That's big in this game, guys. It's pretty big.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
In my mind, the first one that comes to mind is Marshadow. Marshadow Revenge Attack. If
It's
you
going to do
get knocked
140 damage.
yeah, with 2 Lucarios on the bench, 140 damage for 2 energies. I mean, that's more powerful.
insane.
You almost take out an X Pokemon. Most of them you're taking out, and the ones you don't, you Giovanni for the last bit.
That's
and
the
then you're done.
same damage that Gyarados does. It's crazy. 10 less than you two. But yeah.
And even they revenge kill your revenge killer, then they only get 1 prize.
Yeah.
So it kind of really good trade-off. It's making non-X decks come shine. It's making fighting decks shine. A really good card, one I'm really looking forward to.
The next set would be the trio, the starter Pokemon. We can't have a generation release without the starters. And in this set, it's Turtwig, Chimachar, and Piplup. The water, fire, and grass equivalents to Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. These, I suspect, will be EX versions when they evolve to Stage 2. I'm sure they'll be a basic version, but I think they'll be the EX versions. I think they'll follow, like, your Charizard EX kind of a thing. They evolve to Torterra, Infernape, and Empoleon. Now, Empoleon scared me in TCG. I wonder how they're going to work it in this format, but I'm pretty sure they'll all be EX Pokemon, because obviously the set doesn't have many EX Pokemon in it. There's one more which we'll talk about, but that's what I'm seeing in terms of the starters, in terms of what they'll kind of evolve into.
I would guess that if you look at the attacks of those Pokemon right now in the trailer, you would guess that Empoleon might be some sort of healing ability, since Piplup heals. You would guess that Turtwig would be a tank Pokemon because it has 80 HP as a basic Pokemon. So its final form is probably going to come in with 180
Maybe like 180,
HP.
yeah.
Maybe higher, who knows?
Like a Venusaur or something, yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got Chimchar will probably be
Your damage
fast
dealer.
and high attack.
Speaking of X Pokemon, the only other confirmed EX Pokemon, I better say this name right. Pachirisu.
Pachirisu, yeah.
I think I said that
X.
right. EX. A lightning Pokemon. It does 40 damage for 2 energy, but it does an additional 40 if it has a tool card attached to it. Da 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 da. That's just in. Tool cards are now going to be in Pokemon Pocket.
I was wondering if they were going to do some tool cards because it feels like the game is missing some variance in your strategies, and having the right tool card at the right time means that my deck versus your deck of the similar type of Pokemon will change versus what tool card we put down and when we put it. But your first initial thought with this might be a little weaker than Pikachu?
You're a tool card. Slightly. It does 10 damage less. It requires a tool card. I did say it might be weaker, but then you made me realize something that I just read, but I didn't clock. Tool card. There's going to be a tool card that does more damage, surely. Just
It
a
could
plus.
be do
plus
more
20.
damage, absorb more damage,
Yeah.
reflect damage.
Got a Rocky helmet.
Yeah, it could be an energy acceleration tool card. We don't know.
Yeah. EXP share.
So Yeah,
Could be.
we don't know.
We don't know. We'll have
So
to see. Yeah.
it's going to be interesting to see what type of tool cards come out,
Yeah.
and I think it's going to change the meta big time.
We'll see where it falls in the meta. On tool cards, I'll just quickly. Actually, I won't skip over because we've got screenshots on the screen for you guys. So we'll go in order. I won't make editing life difficult. But we've got a new Eevee evolution, an Evolution release. I might build a deck called Evolution. Well, you can't because you can only have 2 Eevees. But we've got Leafon coming to Pokemon Pocket. No one really knows what the effect of the attack does. I suspect it's similar to the TCG version of Leafeon from back in the day, where I can't remember what gen, but it said this Pokemon can't attack next turn. The trailer cuts off where it just says this Pokemon can't, and then it cuts off.
It's only do 90 damage for 2 energies, which is really
really good. Very good, very good. I would suspect because of that, it probably can't attack next turn. I think that might be the play. I don't think it's can't retreat. I'm pretty sure it will be can't attack. We'll have to see. But I can imagine a Leafeon Torterra build where you would bring Leafeon out, do your quick damage. They would play. If they don't kill it, retreat, bring out Torterra, do damage or just soak damage while you build up Leafeon, another Leafeon, and then just keep rotating between the two. That's kind of how I see it. Yeah. Leaf with the Leaf, the supporter? Leafeon Leaf, maybe? Who knows?
Maybe
Who
it
knows?
was set up. We've been set up.
We've been set up. Mike, Honchkrow.
Now, Honchkrow is nice because it looks like it's going to be a dive Pokemon. In other words, it's going to splash some damage in places. There's 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, we assume. 50 damage is a lot. We don't know how many energies that's going to be.
No, it's
is it
hidden.
1 energy?
It looks
that's
like
pretty big.
It looks like it's printed to be 1 energy, I must say. It does look like it's printed off 1 because of how far the skill dive wording is from the energy. We'll have to see. 1 energy might be a bit busted though, but Dark decks have always been sneaky, haven't they?
Yeah.
Remember like the Darkrai EXs that just did spear damage to the bench? Your Sableye that like junk hunted tool cards. We might get stuff like that. Who knows? But yeah, I'm a fan. Honchkrow might be really strong. We'll have to see how it evolves.
Again, looking at the top 5 meta decks from the meta as it is now, before the release of SmackDown, I would say that there isn't a big dark archetype. There's already been water archetypes for Palkia to join, and they're creating a new metal archetype meta deck. So do we see more dark types coming up to create a dark type meta deck? Probably. We'll have to wait and see.
The last 2 cards that we know are confirmed. One that wasn't shown, but one that we've known. Actually 4 more cards. 4 more cards. I'll do these one in combination. We've got Gibble, which automatically means Garchomp. So if that plays anything like TCG, that'll be a tool muncher. He will probably do extra damage based off tool cards, either in the discard pile, either attached. But the real buff for this Pokemon is Cynthia, who gives him 50 extra damage.
People are going to get so excited when they pull a Cynthia full out. But 50, yeah, you're right. 50 extra damage is going to be insane. 50 extra damage when you drop that supporter is going to take, depending on what Garchomp's attack is.
If it's 100, yeah, it has to be 100 or 90, right?
100, it means we're going to be maximizing energy acceleration at like 3 energy for 100, let's say, for example.
Yeah.
And then we get the extra 50 with the supporter. It means that you can pull the supporter out to take out the Mewtwo. Or once you've nipped, Honchkrowed some of their bench damage, finish off a Pokemon,
Literally.
right? So we can see some nice combos coming in with Cynthia, and I know there's a lot of people excited about Garchomp, the Dragon type. And again, a new meta typing. Dragon, does it become a big deck in the meta?
Yeah, yeah. Togekiss would be the other one. We only know that's confirmed because it's on Cynthia's card. So Togekiss, I don't know if that'll be a fairy. I think it'll be a colorless.
Well, yeah, there's no fairy types
introduce
anymore in
fairy yet.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
So it'll be psychic or normal type.
Yeah.
One of the two. And I would almost guess that, I wonder if it, by showing us Cressler, are they giving us more psychic output, or they're going to give some love to the normal types?
Because Cressler was a fairy Pokemon.
Yeah, it's just that it just interests me that they're releasing Cressler and part of the trailer, and makes me think that there's some more psychic support coming, which is also weird considering that there hasn't been a big normal deck. So a Togekiss deck that's normal would be good for the meta because it would shake things up and we could splash in whatever other Pokemon we want with it, but it could easily be psychic as well, so we'll have to wait and see.
There's our review of sorry, this video kept going. I kept getting low into my chair. It's just so comfortable to talk about Pokemon.
You got smacked down.
I got smacked down. But yeah, that pretty much covers that. We are going to be doing pack openings, so subscribe and follow along for that. We'll do it, if not on launch day, the day after. We'll see. We'll probably do like maybe 30 packs each or something like that. I don't know. But I'm very keen for the sets.
What's your favorite card from the reveals? Like, post down below. Tell us what card you're looking forward to the most. Are you on the Palkia hype train? Are you getting super excited for Garchomp? Or are you thinking that there's some tools coming that's going to help the decks that you've already built stay relevant?
Yeah. There you go. Well, we'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah. Happy opening of your Pokemon packs. And pull a full art for me and let me know when you do. Bye.